Hello, I'm Willy Wonka, and welcome to my chocolate factory. Sorry, I meant to say welcome to my AWS factory, because AWS exams online are still not okay after many, many months since this pandemic started. So I made a video on this maybe a couple months back, kind of like a couple months after the whole AWS exams online thing started. And right as it came out, there was issues, and which is fine when, well, I mean, it's not fine, but when something comes out, you're kind of expecting to have issues, and the issues were like related to load, mostly load performance, because a lot of people were taking the exams online, and that kind of caused a lot of the issues. But one of the biggest issues was that if you ever try to call into them saying like, hey, everything's frozen, I can't take the exam, what they would say to you is, or actually they wouldn't say anything to you, because you would have to wait in queue for like many hours just to get somewhere. And then there was also like issues where like they couldn't take the exam at all, and then like it would take like a long time to get a refund, if they got a refund at all. It was like a tragedy. Like when it first came out, it did get better though, or so I hear, for most people, and a lot of people did have no issues. But now we are in August, many months later, and how are things going? Yeah, I'm just asking you, how are things going? Is everything all right in your life? And before I begin with how everything is melted down, make sure to triple click that like button for the YouTube algorithm so I don't melt down either. So the current state of things hasn't really changed that much. There are people that have success in taking their AWS exams online with Pearson VUE, and there's the other people that don't have success. And you might say, oh, do I want to risk it and take it online? Or I could just take it in person, which I believe some people or some places are offering that, or like currently you can do that. So you have to wait a long time right now to take the test and to go through the whole process to take the test, which might be just quicker just to do it in person, even though you still have to drive there, because it's not unheard of for it to take 5 hours for the whole process for like maybe a 2-hour test or something like that, and that's if you're lucky. So the reason it takes so long is because the proctors are often late, and there's often very likely to be technological issues. I don't know why the proctors are late. It's like they're probably understaffed. They're probably like underpaid. They probably need to like take a bunch of breaks because they hate their job, because they're proctoring people where all they have to do is look at them. It's not the hardest job, but it's, I don't know. They're probably understaffed, honestly, over a Pearson VUE. So that's probably why there's so many waiting issues. I mean, I understand, like, you need to pay people to staff them, so they want to get as much money as possible, especially in the current environment. But I don't know, it's not right to understaff people and then make the customer wait so long, whether to be waiting for the proctor or waiting for customer service to answer your call after you're like 2 hours in queue or something like that. You might say, why does it take 2 hours just to get through customer service for an issue you might have? And well, 30 minutes you have to wait in queue, and then once you get to queue, you might have to like wait another 30 minutes because they might have to like redirect you. They might take 30 minutes to solve your problem or something like that, and then maybe another issue comes up, and then you have to do it all over again. And I don't know, waiting in queue for customer service is not my favorite pastime. My favorite pastime is underwater sweater knitting. Another issue that people have been having is that if you're not an English-based, you're not like, English isn't your first language, and you want to get accommodations, like, you know, get extra 30 minutes, which you're rightfully deserved because you don't speak English and you're trying to take an English test. If you want to get the accommodations for this, you have to call in. You can't do it online because, you know, this is the 2000s right here. We just reached 2000. We only have phone calls right now. So we don't have any internet technologies here at Pearson VUE. So you have to call us to make an accommodation request. I mean, maybe they have a valid reason, like they need to talk to someone to prove that they have a validation or accommodations or something like that. But it's really, I don't know. It seems like the Stone Ages over Pearson VUE. And then once you actually get to the test, you start taking the test. A lot of people are having issues where you try to take the test, it's slow. That's not good when you take a test. Like if you want to click the next button on a question and it's slow, you're wasting precious seconds if that doesn't go immediately. And then it freezes, and which is even worse, because like if something freezes on you, then you could potentially be like wasting time on like a question. And then like oftentimes people, like the proctor might have to like bother you saying, hey, I can't see you on the camera, turn your camera on or something like that, and that might waste time as well. You also might get black screens, which I don't even know how that would happen on a test, but I don't know. It seems like they open a Pandora's box once you try to take an AWS certification online. I don't know. It doesn't seem very secure and solid of a testing experience yet. I remember when I went to like register for like the test, I mean like some of the AWS tests like a year ago, I would have so many issues with just actually registering because the services wouldn't work. I would have to do it like 3 times, like put in my credit card information, put like, I remember I was using like a fee voucher thing, like 50% off, and oftentimes that wouldn't work. So it was really not a fun experience. And this kind of puts a bad name on AWS. So let me take a look at this case from Reddit. So people, and I'm assuming like if one person has this, there's probably like at least 50 people that have this, because AWS certifications subreddit has like 20K members. So I'm assuming that like it's probably like 50 times this or what people are having, at least, probably a lot more. So what they did, they needed the accommodations like I was talking about before. So they had to call either AWS or Pearson VUE to even get the accommodations, and then 30 minutes of waiting in queue, then another 30 minutes of like getting everything together, and then they had to get it like rescheduled, and it was just, it sounds like a waste of time, honestly. Like this makes me not want to like ever take another AWS certification like ever again. And like what they were trying to do, they were trying to chat with their proctor, and the OnView app must be made in COBOL. Like I made another video on that, COBOL, like the 40-year-old language that governments are using, and it's really old. So I'm wondering what language is this made in, and what technologies are they using to make this so frozen and like slow and buggy, I guess. Like how did any of this make it past QA? Like I don't know. So and then they had to wait 2 hours just to like almost take the exam, and then like it would take like 35 business days to resolve their case. And then like I think they're expecting people to have like just have the whole day ready to take this exam. You know, people have jobs. People don't have time to wait like 5 hours to take exams like this person did right here. I think they took like 5 hours just to complete the test. Like people don't have that kind of time, especially like if you're at a job, which many people are, or you're in university. Like oftentimes you don't have that kind of time to take one test, or the attention span to even focus on one test. If I were these people, I would just not care, and I would just kind of say like, screw AWS and their certifications, I don't need it. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I'm sorry it was like a negative downer kind of thing. Sometimes you gotta be down to have the positive moments. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.